Okay, Coach. Well, with the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
All day. Ready. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Check pass, check pass. Check 50, check 50. Slam, slam.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Hey, wahoo!
Alert. Hey,
Look at me. Door.
check 13.
2nd and 9 now. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
4 down, 4 down.
Go. Fair. Ready.
Now back to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So
what?
On, a big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
On the
So
ready.
the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Go.
Check 26, check 26. Deuce.
Fire.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That was bullshit, pass interference. It's all good, though.
And now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Joker. Shoot.
22 Jet Bomber.
Jam.
Get it.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Boyd. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Badgley's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The the kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check 25, check 25.
Watch the edge.
Hey, check 24, watch 24.
Running right, here's Brown. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Tight end's right. Watch tight.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Brown, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This is Brown. Oh, refusing to go down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals' 27-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, but it's going to be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll run it here with Brown. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And they stop him short of the 1st. As he can only get to the 20. Give him 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the left hash, this from 37. Tucker's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and we get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole
little bit.
I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Check 37. Check 37. Hey, exit.
He's checking. Crash.
Tight dog.
Here's 2nd and 8. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
Come on, bro.
Down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Oh, my God. Bullshit, bro. What? You get your hair done? Okay.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
You're out.
Watch the twin.
Now again, right side. Scott. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's go. 50. Plant. Hey, team 6.
We got 4.
Check. Rock it. Down.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Slam. Watch out.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 26. These two teams all tied after 1.
Ready. 30 base. 80 weapons.
Tight end right. Even. 40.
Leo.
Check 24. Kill.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Matt Judon there to bring him down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Check. Rush in.
On 2nd down, Mixon looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Here we go. Set. 10 logo.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Hey. High 7.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top for the... That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3.
That dude wide open the back of the end zone. Come on, guys.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Brown. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Like what?
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And an alley to run. And he'll
Let's
take
go.
It into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there.
Let's go.
Touchdown number 20 on the year as they are an extra point away now from
Got shifty.
this football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece.
That was a nice move.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
Wow, that is bullshit.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will
Wow.
be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
How did I get play of the week? That's bullshit. That's good. Stop running in the hallway.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory,
Come on,
why would
fellas.
you change
Come on.
anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really got clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no
What do you have to do?
by the defense to knock the ball away.
Get your head taken out. You understand me?
Has him up near midfield
Go.
here for 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Scott.
Now get his hair done.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
36. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Greystone, travel.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Switch, switch, switch.
Yeah, yeah.
The fuck is going on?
Big grip, big grip.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for
I don't know what the hell just happened by
He hasn't
defense.
made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill.
Hey, Sam off.
Switch.
Oh
They'll
shit.
look to throw here. Going deep downfield for Ross. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted.
What?
Picked
At the
off by
1?
Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Lord.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Hey, turn it up, turn it up. Hop up. Out.
I don't know what the hell to do.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down.
So-
Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right. 4 down. Let go.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Check.
Now a carry for Brown. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space.
Cut.
Oh, I didn't mean to
They
hit
go
hike
right
it.
back to the ground here, and Brown. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to
Don't I
around
have-
the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Brown. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the
What's up?
38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
This is gun.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, we got 4 down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball
Let's
game.
go, baby. Let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the whip. Alert flare, flare. 36.
They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to
wide
keep a defense off
open.
balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even 1st half all time.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Outlaw. Look at me. Door.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. He's going to have the 1st down past the 20 and all the way up to the 31-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Missed that pass.
And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get... to 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
It's second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch the shift, watch the shift. Let's go. Travel. Check the backer.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Ready. Hey, come on. Titans Ringo. Titans on the Ringo. What? Go.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Let's go now. Now to go. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Four down. Even.
On first down, it's Brown. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Tight right, tight right. Four down. Check. Four down.
Oh shit. Wasn't paying attention. Looking at my phone too much.
Right back to Brown.
Bro, you got a 71. Come on, bro. You doing it.
3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Now Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work up
in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up.
Wow.
And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
What?
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard
What?
line.
Get the fuck out of my room. No, I need to replace my soldiers. I keep stealing when I'm not paying attention.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Man left, man left. 4 down, 4 down.
And creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. 4 down, 4 down. Alert.
From the gun, Jackson. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Gone, gone.
Check 50. Slam, slam.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Let's go.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. 8, read.
52 right here. 52. I got him. Check 13. Check 13.
Look, squeeze.
Twist.
Protein spill.
Check 26. Check 26. Dude.
You're out.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Second and 9 now from the 21.
Watch tight end.
Hey, Haywood.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Rock it.
They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Man out. 52's the mic right here.
Ready?
He'll look to throw.
I'm going to run you over.
He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Tight ends left. Tight ends left. Hey, 4 down. 4 down. Jam it.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Brown. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Watch tight. Watch tight. Tight end right. Tight end right. Hey, we got oh.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
For the Ravens.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Ready.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, there's something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Open man is Uzama. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Hey, Sam off. Big grip.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check 9. Quad. Check. Crunch.
Hard.
Crunch.
Smooth.
Safe.
Hit it.
2nd and 5. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Check.
Topper.
Kill.
They're going to look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And they take the lead out in front at 13-12. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown?
Don't why run out of bounds?
And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how
defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season, and the Ravens have retaken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying,
fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown, as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Too much time.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Check.
They'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Sliding out of the pocket. This one hauled in by Sample. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Fair. Ready.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzama. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Hey.
Motion. Check. Shift.
6-6. Bullet high. 5.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape. And
Huge sack. Let's go.
Campbell in there to
That's
bring him down,
huge.
and that is sack number 17 now on the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it,
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Looking to throw.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give it maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up
Another
winning
game
this
coming down to the wire. Oh, man. Oh, I have 2 o'clock on? Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that.
They'll keep it on the ground. Brown, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jackson on 3rd and long from his end zone. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Watch out for Hill on the return. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down when they're that backed up. You've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. They'll run now with Brown. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 4 down. 4 down. Alert. Alert 3. Alert 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Brown. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Key 39. 39. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Ready.
Now Jackson eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Sam Cook now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's Hill on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
They stole half.
Ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
10, under 10, 10. Shift. Watch safety creep, watch safety.
He'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. That catch good for 5. It's third down. What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do. And think about the speed that he brought down.
Get out.
He gets away. He's likely gone.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
We got trips over here. Trips over here. That's overload.
Hey, exit.
Back to throw. And able to find Green. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Go.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Check 4. Check 4.
Bravo.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Now.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
You got nothing.
And the blitz does come. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for A.J. Green. Incomplete. Coverage defensively.
Down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Ravens, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.